Hey traders, to watch this video for Tuesday, December 14th. Very, very dead day. There's the SPY daily. It's in a range for the past week or so, and it's still in that range, but there's the intraday. So it opened here. I just bled lower, kind of a lunchtime attempted bounce, and then went out at the lows of the day. And along with that, there just was very few, if any, setups. I don't know if I took one trade all day. I do know I took one trade all day. I might have taken two. I'm not even sure. It was just really dead. Here's a screenshot of me trading today. That is about how it was. So, what are we doing for tomorrow? Let me remind you guys. For those that don't know, the chat room is going to be closed next week. It's actually closed next Friday anyway. It's the Christmas day before Christmas, but that'll be the Friday that it's closed. But I'm shutting the chat room down Monday through Thursday. So maybe the more times I put this in a video, the fewer people will be surprised. And man, I told everybody it's going to seem next week a lot like it was today. It felt like the chat room was closed today because there's not much to type, right, when nothing's going on. So anyway, what are we watching for tomorrow? PTPI, really nice pop today and had good relative strength to the market, big volume. We'll see it gives a follow-through setup tomorrow. FHTX did give a good setup for you after hours players today through 19. Which if you notice on the daily chart, it topped out at 19. I can show this to you real quick. So I think somewhere when it probably looked about like this, I typed something like, hey, this one topped at 19 today. Shorts might be in trouble here near the close. And ended up going up and almost hitting 19. That's, to me, and then I looked in chat, by the way, and I think Nick C had already typed out almost that exact same thing. So it's kind of funny. We were seeing the same thing, and I didn't see his post till after I posted mine. Anyway, long story short, when you have something like this and the end of the day, shorts are in trouble, it's back near the highs, a lot of times a decent play would be back through 19 in after hours, and I'll show you that. Look at that. So then the market closed, look at that, 19. Within that same 5 minutes, it was up at 20.80. I did not take that. I wouldn't be sitting here bragging about it if I did, but it's one that I thought was interesting to watch. I ended up not being at my screens in after hours, but hopefully somebody in the room was astute enough to grab that. Anyway, FHTX, definitely want to watch it tomorrow with that strong close. RIVN, kind of a sleeper, but it did gap up today. Let me go to 5-minute candles and show you. So it gapped up, put in a little bit of a lower high, then kind of rolled over with the market, but kind of a strong close. The daily is a little bit interesting in that it's got the most recent high after the big run. The most recent high was on December 8th. It went to, let me get the number right here, 123.40. Today's high, 121.64-ish. So maybe over today's high would be enough to get it through that last week high. So we'll see. Anyway, I think they had Motor Trend Truck of the Year or something was given to them. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that's what somebody posted today. EFOI gapped up about 4 sessions ago, chopped around, and then today ripped higher in a weak tape. So that's definitely worth watching tomorrow. SNDX, big volume. Closing off its highs, though, but I'm going to keep that one on watch tomorrow. ISIG, I like it a lot more today going into tomorrow than I did going into today because now we've got that second day in a row down. I'd like a third day down here near maybe $15, but we'll see. It does go on bounce watch tomorrow. DWAC, back on bounce watch, no trigger in today. And whenever I'm watching DWAC, I also want to watch CFVI, which I actually like this setup now. Had the the open, and it sold off, and then it ripped to new highs, and then sold off again, and then kind of another rip, and now you're 3 days down in a row getting near the 20 days. So I like the looks of this one for a bounce. OSTK, this is kind of obscure, but at the same time, it's down a lot from the 110 here in mid-November. But even after this bounce, for the last 4 days, in 4 days, 5 days, it's fallen from 88.41 down to 60. It's fallen like $20 in a week, and you always want to look to the left and say, hey, there's some support in this area. So I am putting overstock on bounce watch. Remember, I'm not an investor. I'm looking at daily charts for a stock that might give me an intraday trade tomorrow. So that's what I'm looking at. Hopefully we get one of our A+ bounce play setups in OSTK. PLAB had the big breakout. 3 days in a row down on declining volume, putting that one on bounce watch. CARS had a really, really strong stock 3 days in a row into that buy zone area. Putting that one on bounce watch. And lastly, I'm going to put CPIX back on Bounce Watch. No trigger in it today. Goes back, getting near the 20-day, back on Bounce Watch. Again, the market's very boring. Your biggest danger right now would be boredom trades, right? Learn to sit on your hands until you get an A+ setup, which is what I'm doing, which is why I think I took one trade all day, and I sure wish I'd have got that after hours trading FHTX as well. But anyway, I'm done babbling. I'll see everybody in the chat room in the morning.